Now, the Minerals Council South Africa has deployed a team to Ekapa Mine in Kimberley in the Northern Cape to support the company's efforts to rescue 5 of its workers. The workers are trapped underground following a mud rush incident on Tuesday. Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, will visit the site today. Let's get the latest from SABC News reporter Ulrich Hendriks. Ulrich, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Leanne. Well, it's 80 hours since that fateful mud rush here at the Ekapa Minerals Mine. So it's been more than 3 days at this stage. Rescue efforts, of course, still continuing. We're seeing a lot of action here this morning. Normally it's very quiet. Basically what you saw in the past was just the rescue workers going in and out as they relieve each other in those rescue efforts. They're still pumping water. So water and mud from that mudslide. So a lot of work that still needs to be done before they can reach the 5 trapped men. But let's speak to Lerato Atlane from NUMSA, local organizer from NUMSA here in the Kimberley area. What is the latest in terms of what you hear from, from the mine in terms of those rescue efforts?
Good morning, sir, and good morning to all the viewers. The latest update that we have as NUMSA from the company. Look, yesterday we had a meeting with the DMR. We met with the Chief of Staff who updated us that, look, they are still trying to rescue the 5 trapped workers at the department called Joint Shaft. So currently that is what is happening. So we did ask them if we can confirm any life or death just to seek clarity. And then they said, no, for now we cannot confirm anything. So that is that, which is the talkings of yesterday were including those kind of things.
So the Minister, Gwede Mantashe, obviously coming here today, meeting with you guys, going into the mine to check operations, etc. As a stakeholder, what would you like to tell the Minister?
Look, firstly, we want to tell you the truth that where we are standing here, it's a crime scene. It is not for the first time we encounter such. So as NUMSA, we have been trying to reach out to the relevant departments that can come and deal with the crises that are taking place in this mine. However, nothing has been happening. So hence we are calling to the minister to look deeper into this matter, because there is a lot that is happening here. There is a lot of issues that we can disclose to him if given a chance to engage him, because currently we are not even allowed to engage all the stakeholders as NUMSA. We are only taken or given an opportunity to only engage with the Department of Mineral Resources. And we want a meeting with all the stakeholders, in particular then the office of the minister, so that he can understand and know what is happening here at Ekapa.
So it's been more than 80 hours since those men were trapped. My colleague Keith yesterday spoke to one of the wives of the men that are trapped here. We had a candlelit visual here as well. In terms of just that anticipation and that waiting from families. Are you guys supporting the families and how?
Look, it is NUMSA that called at the community of Kimberley to be in support with the families and also with the mine. The fact that we are in dispute with the mine on other issues which are labor related, it does not mean that we are against the company on everything, including the families. No. As NUMSA, we are here to even give our full support to the affected families. Hence, we are even mobilizing the community of Kimberley. We are the ones actually who mobilized the community that you saw holding candles here. The gentleman that was praying, it is a member of NUMSA. I think that on its own, it shows how committed is NUMSA into this matter.
Thank you very much. Lerato, of course, local organizer of NUMSA. Of course, talking about that candlelight visual, Leanne, last night, where the community of Cassandra came together, or community of Kimberley came together here, praying for the safe return of the 5 trapped men. We first spoke, for the first time, one of the family members spoke, talking about the anguish of waiting for any news, because it has been 3 days, she says, that, basically all she wants to know if she wants to see her husband, whether or not, he is alive or dead. The waiting game, of course, that is what's, brutalizing them emotionally. Leanne?
All right, Ulrich, thanks very much for the update on this very, very sad story that we've been following from the beginning.